What's up, Gary? Thank you for letting me know the music is fine. If you can hear me also loud and clear, let me know if the voice is coming through. Thank you, Gary. Hey, what's up, everybody? Just want to let you know we're all going to be getting started here at the top of the hour in about 6 minutes. If you're new here, just let me know. Just say new in the live chat so I know. Looks like we have Nikkei and Fidamata. If you can let me know if you're new, just so we know. We're going to be getting started again in about 6 minutes. And this is going to be going over my notes for the One Funnel Away Challenge, day number 15. everybody that's here live. We're going to be getting started here in about 3 minutes. I'm just getting everything set up on my end, so just sit back, relax, and I'll see you in about 3 minutes. What is up? My name is Chris Luck. I am the founder of Alphapreneur.com, which is the private community for entrepreneurs that will help you get the results you truly want in your life. And today on this live stream, we are going through the One Funnel Away challenge that a friend of mine, Russell Brunson, is putting on that helps people that want to sell a product or service online using a funnel. It's a challenge that kind of helps you go through and either create your first funnel or create your next funnel. And he's been doing this for years, this One Funnel Away challenge, and I've gone through it several times myself. However, for going into 2021, or we're in 2021 now, he is doing a new version of it live. So I'm going through it just as a student myself, and I thought it would be kind of fun that each day as he goes live in the challenge and kind of gives you the mission for the day, then I will go ahead and take my notes for that day, and then I'm going to share my notes and go live a couple hours after he goes live and just kind of talk about, what my notes were for the day and then what I'm doing and what I'm working on. And here with Alphapreneur, since we are a community of entrepreneurs, I thought it'd be fun to just kind of assemble everyone and kind of get us all on the same boat together. So that way we can kind of share notes and compare notes and all of that. So if you are a member of Alphapreneur and you're here live, just go ahead and say member in the live chat so I know that you are a member. And looks like we already have the early birds that have came in. They've already know the drill. So we have John as a member. I know Sven as a member. Looking forward to a coaching session. I know Sue's a member saying, hey, Alphas. I know Kat is a member also saying, hey, Alphas. We have a couple new individuals as well that is in the chat. So if you're new and this is your first time on one of these live streams, just go ahead and say new. So that way we know kind of who is members and who is just new to the live stream, or if you're not yet a member, just say not yet a member so we know. Looks like Jamie is a member and happy to be here live. I'm very happy to have you, Jamie. Mike Vale is a member. We've got Eli, and again, we have Kat, a lot of you. So if you're just coming into this whole world, like you just stumbled on this video on YouTube and you have no idea what this is. Maybe you were doing a search for the One Funnel Away challenge or something and you found this video, or maybe you found some of the other videos I've done and you're just kind of binging on them. Again, my name is Chris Luck and I'm the founder of Alphapreneur, which is the private online community for entrepreneurs. If you're not yet a member, you could just go to alphapreneur.com. This is it. You can go ahead and put in your email and get signed up. And inside of Alphapreneur, what we're doing, this is what Alphapreneur looks like, by the way. So inside of Alphapreneur, with it being a private community, it's not a Facebook group or a Slack channel or anything like that, because unfortunately there's a lot of censorship going on just all over the world right now. And there's a lot of people I know personally that have had private Facebook groups where they build up communities with thousands of members, and then just for no reason at all, they woke up one day and their Facebook group was gone. So Alphapreneur is just kind of our own little corner of the internet that's safe, it's secure, it's private. There's no advertising allowed. There's no negativity. There's nothing. You're not being tracked or anything like that. So it's just a really awesome safe haven for entrepreneurs. So inside of Alphapreneur, specifically what we're doing today is we're going through the One Funnel Away challenge, like I mentioned. So if you want to follow along, or you want to go back and watch the recording of this video, or you want to watch the recordings of previous trainings that we've done live, you can go into Alphapreneur. You go to the challenges section. You go to OFA, which stands for One Funnel Away, and then you come down and you're going to see there's we have day 0 introductions, but you can see all of the days and everything we've covered leading up to today. So this challenge does not take place. There's no live sessions that are being recorded on Saturdays and Sundays. So day 6 and 7 was a weekend break. There was nothing to do. Days 13 and 14 was a weekend break. There was nothing to do. So today we're on day 15. And today it's the one-time offer, your first one-time offer in the funnel called Script. It's basically talking about writing your script. Now, if you are not building a funnel, or you're not going through the One Funnel Away challenge, but you still came on this YouTube video, I still recommend hanging out and just kind of talking with everybody in the live chat and enjoy kind of what's being talked about, because I guarantee you're going to pick up some tips and tricks and strategies and skills that you can actually use to grow your business pretty significantly with some of the stuff I'm going to be sharing with you today that's actually outside the scope of this challenge. Because one thing I like to do for just thanking you for being here is giving you a lot of gifts by over delivering and just showing you kind of a lot of cool extra stuff that's not being talked about in the One Funnel Away challenge that I know is going to kind of help you get results faster. So going into, let's just go back over to my screen, and then let's get into just today and like what my notes were all about. And just go ahead and let's see, in the live chat, it looks like we have a couple new members that are, or not new members. I know a lot of you are regulars, but we still have the people in the live chat saying member. So just a shout out to everyone that is here. Alistair, we have Joe Foley, we have John is new. Thank you for being here, John. Steve is a member. We have some individuals welcoming John. Glenn is coming in from the UK, says, good evening, Alphas. We have John is new, but John's also a member, so thank you. Stone Vet, which his name is Daryl. I know Daryl just made it in. He's a member, so thank you all again for being here. And I know people are going to kind of slowly trickle in, as time goes on. So I don't want to kind of wait and for all of them, because all of you that got here early, we just need to get right into it. So a lot of fun stuff went on today. So again, if you want to go back and watch the recording of this, the replays are always available inside of Alphapreneur, so you don't have to, fumble around on YouTube. And what I don't like about YouTube is, when you're trying to watch one video, you see all these thumbnails and ads for all these other videos all around the video you're trying to pay attention to. And that's intentionally why I put the videos in Alphapreneur, so it's kind of free from all the advertising, and you can just kind of, stay focused on what it is that you're trying to do. So that's where the video is. Then we have your one-pager link, which is going to be your pretty much like your notes, and we'll get into what the one-pager is in a second. But I want to go through my notes because I I was pretty proud of my notes today. I thought they were, what I really like about the notes when I take notes for each of these days is it really kind of brings me down to earth on what it is that I'm doing. Because sometimes as an entrepreneur, I don't know about you, but as an entrepreneur myself, I sometimes get like shiny object syndrome. So I'll be like in the middle of working on one thing, and then I'll be listening to a podcast or I see an ad for something, and then it kind of directs my attention somewhere else, and then I end up going down all these different rabbit holes. And sometimes I go down too many rabbit holes just because the creativity in my mind is just like, or not create, that's not a good word, not creativity, it's my interest, just kind of curious what's on the other side of a lot of these things out there. Sometimes you have to just stop and then like reel everything back in and kind of realign yourself with what it is that you're currently doing right now. And in doing that, and actually going through this one funnel away challenge has really allowed me to just get laser focused on like what it is that I'm doing with Alphapreneur. And moving forward, I've got just a really awesome timeline on the things that I'm going to be rolling out to Alphapreneur that I'm going to be sharing with all of you as well. I'm going to actually show you kind of over the shoulder, behind the scenes on like what the future of Alphapreneur is going to kind of look like based off of kind of what I'm doing with this challenge. So my notes for today, just go ahead, and Glenn says totally recognize that feeling. I'm glad I'm not the only one. There's I think the majority of entrepreneurs out there, whether they want to admit it or not, definitely have shiny object syndrome, or not even. Let's say you're very let's say like you're really focused on one thing, but even though there's just so much going on around the world and so many new things popping up, even though you might not jump ship and go do something else, the fact that your mind just kind of gets filled with all these other ideas that are going on, it's really hard sometimes just to get clarity. So I find taking the time to write these notes for these daily sessions for the One Funnel Away Challenge is really helping me just keep my clarity on what it is that I'm doing, which is a lot of fun. So I hope it's going to help all of you as well. So my notes is just to start off, just a recap of like what it is that you're even building, like what funnel is it that you're building for this One Funnel Away Challenge. I want to start off with my notes for the funnel, just kind of again as a recap from day 1 to where we're at today, day 15. So you want to start off, the whole reason you're building this funnel is to sell something to someone that's going to help them get a big result in their life. So you really need to identify, which by the way, I'm reading my notes now if you want to read along with me. You really need to identify what your customer's big result is that they can't stop thinking about. So if it's weight loss, or if it's, I know Sue's doing a product for women that are going through menopause and then trying to lose weight, like it's something they just can't stop thinking about. So you want to make sure that you really identify that right out of the gate for what it is that you're trying to sell that's going to help them with your funnel. And your funnel should be a logical sequence of steps that's going to help them get their big result. Now, Russell didn't use a lot of these words that I'm using right now in these notes. These are not like me writing down verbatim the stuff that Russell talked about today. It's a blend of stuff he talked about, but then also how I interpret what he talks about. It's kind of like my notes, or my knowledge and wisdom paired with his ends up being what my notes are. So I hope you all find this helpful. So your funnel should be a logical sequence of steps to help them get their big result. Now think of like a yellow brick road. Like let's say at the end of the yellow brick road is their big result they're trying to get to. So you need to think about like each step of the funnel is a new thing that you're going to offer to them and sell to them that's going to help them take another step along the yellow brick road. And you want to keep the buying loop open as they go through your funnel. So you start off by offering them something really simple that's very low risk on their end. You're not saying like pay $2,000 for this, to get this big result. You try to sell them something that's really affordable. That's almost like an impulse buy. That's like $7. And once you sell them that thing for $7, then you kind of got their attention and you have their interest because they now believe that you have something that's going to help them get their big result. So now their buying loop is open. So before you just say, okay, here's your order receipt and let's get started, you want to offer them some other things that's going to kind of be the other steps in the yellow brick road before they actually complete their purchase. So you want to start off by selling them something they really need, that they need to discover how they're going to get their big result for $7. So for instance, the funnel I'm building as we're going through this challenge is I'm teaching people how to be a brand ambassador for brands. So how to get paid to talk about other brands on the internet, because I'm trying to appeal to people that are wanting to be entrepreneurial, or maybe they want to make a little bit of extra money in their life and they don't know how, or they don't want to create a course or start a podcast. Being a brand ambassador is one of the easiest ways to make some extra money online. So what I'm offering to them is a brand ambassador blueprint for $7. It's a really simple thing. It's a really simple ask, and it's going to help them get their big result. Now, you also want to give them bonuses. This is still with the $7 offer. Now, instead of just giving them a brand ambassador blueprint, I'm going to offer bonuses that come with the blueprint that's going to help them crush objections that they have in their mind on what they're telling themselves, what their like internal disbeliefs are that they have for the reason they're not going to be able to be a brand ambassador, what they're telling themselves in their mind. And then you want to make an order form bump, which is so they put in their name, their email, their credit card information, and then right before they hit the order, the checkout button, like the complete order button, you want to offer an order bump that's kind of a complimentary product that's going to enhance their experience to get their result from the delivery mechanism that you're just giving to them. So for me, being offering them a brand ambassador blueprint, that for $7, I'm going to give them something additional that you're going to see in a second for the order form bump. And then so they purchased what they're going to purchase for $7. Maybe they took the order bump or not. Before they get to the order confirmation page, you're going to be offering them a one-time offer. This is like the first of 2 one-time offers you should be offering them as you're building out this funnel for this challenge. Now, your first one-time offer should be a deeper dive, which is like more of a done with you version of what they just bought for $7. So let's say in my case, someone just bought a blueprint for $7. What I'm going to offer them before they get to their order confirmation is a masterclass where it's me taking a deeper dive into the steps inside of the blueprint. So instead of them just getting a blueprint and trying to figure it all out on their own, it's going to be me walking through each of the steps and showing them exactly what to do on each of the steps in the yellow brick road. Then the one-time offer number 2, which is OTO number 2, which we're not doing today, is going to be where you're going to be offering a done for you version of what they just bought for $7. So they bought a blueprint, let's say in my case, a brand ambassador blueprint for $7. Then they're going to see an offer where they can now get the masterclass where they can watch me do it with them. And then the next offer is going to be where I'm actually going to create things where things are already done for them that I'm going to give to them. So I'm like, it's pretty much just saving them a ton of time. All right. So those are my notes. Let me just know before we get into my notes for today, those are my notes of that's a recap of like the funnel you're building. Is everything making sense so far? If everything is making sense so far, just let me know in the chat. And so that way I know we're all on the same page before we move on to the next kind of segment of today, which is actually my notes from today's session. Let me go ahead and take a look here in the chat. And Steve says, thank you for writing the notes and taking the time. You're very, very, very welcome, Steve. I love doing this kind of stuff. Gary says, I almost have my flagship product done for the OFA. I wrote a 20-page, 100% original guide. The order bump is done and both one-time offers are done. I'm jealous, Gary, that you're like way further along than I am. I have 0 of my product created. All I'm doing is still like working on the outline and the structure in the pages and the design of the pages for the funnel. I haven't even started working on the product. So big props to you that you're able to be that far along. So great job. Sue says, I'm still hung up on my first of the 5 guides and the $7 offer. Don't worry about that. This is not like a sprint. This is more of a marathon. So you don't have to be done and actually making sales with your funnel and the One Funnel Away challenge by the end of the challenge. I know I'm not going to be. I'm probably not even going to have a sale for what it is that I'm selling during the challenge because I have to go through, take all my notes, and then prepare and then teach and to everybody like all of you here on YouTube about kind of what I'm doing. And then I actually have just a little bit of time left each day to actually work on it before I have to call it a day and then, go, spend the rest of the day with my family. Gary says, where did the weekend go? I totally understand. Sue says, making sense. Thank you, Sue. Ben says, making sense. Daryl says, making sense. Glenn says, definitely making sense. Yeah, Gary, you're getting a lot of props. Everybody is very excited for you. John says all good. Awesome. So let's go move forward then into, so that's the recap of kind of what you're building and why and how you should be building it. Now, the notes moving on, let's go ahead and just get into those. So what Russell talked about today was the first one-time offer, like an outline of what your script should be. Now, this is if you're going to be doing a video, like a VSL for your one-time offer. Now, you do not have to record a video if you don't want. You could take what the script is and then just kind of write it out. So it's more of like a long page or like a long form page where people kind of read. So instead of what you would say on camera, it's just all written out, which either way is perfectly fine. So for the one-time offer, script outline for your first one-time offer, you want to start off by confirming their initial decision. So just basically, letting them know they made a good decision and make sure that they understand, and good decision to buy what they just bought for $7. And then make sure that they understand, why what they just made, the decision they made was a good decision. So let them know, that they're smart, and here's why. So for me with the brand ambassador blueprint, I'm going to let them know, this point in history is probably the best time in history to actually become a brand ambassador for brands. It's easier to be a brand ambassador than any other time in history. I'm going to explain why, and just really make them just really like level up their excitement on what it is they just bought. So not only will they not have buyer's remorse from hitting the green order button, but they hit the green order button, then we're almost like celebrating the fact that they just made the $7 purchase. So you not only want to confirm their initial decision, but the way that I like to do this, because I've been doing this kind of stuff for a long time, by the way. For those of you that are new and you don't know me, I've actually been building businesses and selling things on the internet for 22 years. So this is not kind of my first go around. But what I like to do is once somebody's actually made a purchase, not only just confirming the initial decision, but really celebrating their decision with them and just, really just kind of hyping everything up in a good way, not in a bad way. Then you want to ask them a question. So once you kind of celebrate their decision, then you want to ask them a question. For instance, like you would say, like, how would you like to do this faster and have me do this with you? So it's kind of it's like an open loop where you're positioning that there's something to come, that you're going to be able to work with them, and then also it's not only just an open loop, but you're also asking a question where you want them in their mind to think yes. You want them to kind of like not visually like nod, like yeah, of course, like it's like a no-brainer. Well, yeah, I would love to have you do this with me. So because the whole part of someone making a purchase, the more micro commitments you can get them to make, which micro commitments is them like taking an action, moving them along like the timeline of a buyer's journey. The more yeses you can get in their mind, whether it's a visual or a verbal yes, the better. Then you let them know that you have something that you're going to offer to them, but it's not for everybody and it's very exclusive. And you want to tell them why it's exclusive. So you can say it's exclusive because you've got this thing, you're willing to work with them, but you can't, have everybody be like go through this thing. Like it's only for a very small group of people. So they may or may not be a good fit. So you're basically trying to get them to qualify themselves where they're like, well, I want to be in this exclusive group. So that's something kind of fun thing to kind of do. Then you want to explain like one thing, like the one thing out of like all the things that is like the big aha moments on what it is that you're offering them for the first one-time offer. Pick one thing that is like going to give them the biggest win and really showcase that one thing. And, let them know that this one thing is like one of many things that they're going to learn that's going to help them get their big result, whatever that big result might be. Because if you start talking about like, let's say you have a 7-module course. You don't want to go into module 1. You're going to learn this, 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 and this. Module 2, you're going to learn this, 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 and this. Module 3, you're going to learn this, this. It's going to overwhelm them. So you want to just kind of pick one thing that's just going to really, really like paint a perfect picture for them where it's like, yes, I want this, then go in on that one thing. Then you want to future pace by casting a vision of what their life's going to look like after the big results. So in my case, whenever I'm talking in talking about I'm going to be offering a brand ambassador masterclass, I can use some examples of, for example, like whenever you're a successful brand ambassador, here's the type of opportunities it's going to open up for you in your life. Then I can talk about, monetary things that they could be able to do. I could talk about just general, like they can, they won't have a boss. They can get to do what they want and when they want, like all this kind of stuff that's really going to future pace, like what their life will be like after they're a successful brand ambassador. And then I go into my first call to action. So I say, if you want access to this, click the button below and you'll get it on the next page. Now, even though the next page is probably going to be a one-time offer, as another one-time offer, you just want to stay on the next page because you're just moving them along the journey. Then you want to offer a guarantee. So if you could say, for instance, if you don't like this for any reason, you can get your money back. For me, I like to offer a 365-day guarantee, even though most people just do a 14-day or a 30-day. Here's the thing, like whenever people want their money back for any reason, if it's like past the guarantee period, and if they are very adamant about wanting their money back, you need to give them their money back, whether or not it's after the guarantee or not, because a lot more bad juju could happen to you with them like contacting the credit card company, them going and just like publicly like just saying a lot of negative stuff about you on the internet. So if you're in your mind, you're going to give them their money back no matter what, regardless if it's after the guarantee, just be upfront right out of the gate and say you have a full 365. You could say a lifetime guarantee if you want, but I just do 365-day because it's significantly longer than like everyone else's guarantee that's out there. And then the amount of people that take me up on getting a refund is like very, very minimal, like in the single digit percentile, which in my space, the average refund percentage is like 15 to 20%, believe it or not, because a lot of people that buy products that teach them how to build a business or grow a business, they buy it, then they don't take action on it. And they're like, I want my money back. So the fact that, I'm offering a year guarantee, but then I have one of the lowest refund rates out of like my pool of people that I know where we talk openly about numbers is really cool. So anyway, that's just kind of like a little pro tip. Then you want to go through an offer stack. So let them know like the offer they're going to get for the masterclass, like what this is, the offer is, which is in my case will be a masterclass, which I'll show you my outline in a second. And then give them a couple extra bonuses that will also the same thing, the same reason you created bonuses to stack with the core offer on the front end. You want to do the same thing on the one-time offer. So you give them a masterclass in my case, and then I'm also going to come up with some bonuses that's also going to crush some objections. More objections they're going to have in their mind where they're telling themselves no, they can't do this for whatever reason. Then you want to introduce scarcity. So you could say something like, normally we would sell this masterclass for X amount, let's say thousands of dollars or $2,000, but you can get it today for $297 on this page only. And then even if you have like more of a public facing part of your website where you have a storefront, you could actually show them like, look, you can actually go buy this on my website right now for $2,000, but you can also just say, click the green button below and then get it for $297 because it's part of a test that I'm doing right now. And this is only available on this page. You can never come back to this page. So really like present scarcity to them. Then then do another call to action. Just say all you got to do is just click the button below. And then if you have any testimonials, you can do what's called a testimonial rush, where you just then start queuing up videos where people are talking about your product and all that kind of stuff and the kind of results that they've gotten. And that's it. So that's really just me summarizing what Russell kind of talked about in a more long-winded version today. And I think these notes are extremely valuable because for me, putting these notes together really made me because I've been writing scripts like this for a long time, but taking the time to write the notes out on like a shorthand version of the one-time offer script outline, these notes are super helpful to me because I know that now I'm not going to kind of be all over the place when I make my one-time offer. So I just want you all to know that this should be equally as valuable to you, even though you don't know it yet. It's pretty powerful. So that is those are my notes for today. And I have a lot of stuff I want to show you, by the way, like a lot of extra things and links I want to give you that are just going to kind of help you out and kind of paint a better picture of what's going on. So before I do that, let me just take it because I saw there was some stuff going on in the chat. So I just want to make sure that we are all on the same page. Jeff Walker says, with the product launch, which Jeff Walker is a guy that does a thing called the product launch formula. That's like what he's known for. Says always tells us to make the product after you made the sale. And that's a great thing to do. Don't get hung up on like having the product all created and then offering it and then trying to sell it. You should try to, get your first customer before your product's even, maybe I wouldn't say before your product's created. I would say at least like create the first module or the first couple videos or the first something. So someone has a deliverable right after they buy. Otherwise, you're going to have a lot of unhappy people. But I would create like the first something to give to them, but then make it very clear to them the reason they got this product so cheap or so affordable or at a great deal is because it's not yet created. So they're part of a small group that you want to have around while you're creating this product. So they feel they're excited that they get to be on this journey and they got to save a lot of money while they were on the journey. So keep that in mind. Sue says, what I decided today is I'm going to finish the first guide. I'm going to go back into the funnel structure and get my scripts written before I lose access to funnel scripts for free. That's a good thing to do. And Sven says, can you give us a brief example from your own products like Alphapreneur and the brand ambassador program or membership method? Not sure what you mean. Well, actually, I kind of know what you mean. Just to keep this like on point, and especially if someone's binging and watching all the previous sessions that I've done for this One Funnel Away challenge, and then they watch this one, I don't want to throw them off and throw examples of things that I created that's outside of the scope of this challenge. So to keep it on scope with this challenge, I'm just going to give you an example by showing you what I'm doing. So let me show you my structure of what I'm doing. So this is going to be what I'm going to be selling. So this is just an outline that I've created because I keep kind of expanding on this outline and really dialing it in before I actually start creating the pages and all of that. So I know for sure this part is like set in stone. So for $7, people are going, and when it says dashboard, this is like my layout of what the members area is going to be. So for $7, I know for sure, I'm not changing this. This is what people are going to get. So they're going to get my brand ambassador blueprint, but they're also going to get a bonus, which is called the ultimate unfair advantage. They're going to get another bonus called how to make anything go viral. They're going to get another bonus called the ultimate brand ambassador hack. They're also going to get another bonus, which is how to make 1K in one day. So knowing that that's my core offer for $7 and that is not going to change, I went ahead and created my sales page for this core offer, and just to kind of go above and beyond and show you what all this looks like. This is going to be the sales page. Now I'm going to create a page before this, which Russell didn't talk about in the challenge. Well, I'm actually going to create an opt-in page where it's like just literally a headline and then collect their email address before they get to this order page, because I want to have their email before they get to this order page. So then I can follow up with them daily with an email to let them know if they did not, sign up or they didn't become a member, they didn't buy. I want to just remind them every day, until they unsubscribe that the offer is still available. So that's kind of like one of the things that I do. So this is I'm still working on the page before this, but I just want to at least get the core sales page together. So I'm basically going to let them know, congratulations, we have a few spots left. And then I've got my sales video, which I haven't created yet. Then below that, there's actually, the way I'm going to do this is below the sales video, there's going to be a countdown timer that's then going to reveal everything you see below. So I'm not going to show everything you see below until the timer gets to a part where I mention the price in the video. You don't have to do that. I'm not going to go into the logistics of how to do that. That could just be for another more advanced training that I could do in Alphapreneur. But I'm just walking you through what I'm doing. And then my actual offer is going to be this brand ambassador blueprint. And then this is the total value is a value, which is when you're taking what the cost of everything is going to be. Once all this is created, what I'll actually make it available to buy on alphapreneur.com, which I'm actually going to build out a storefront where you could actually go. It'll be more of a Shopify type storefront where you could just buy everything individually if you want. So it's all there with an actual real dollar amount attached. This isn't like made up pricing. So they can see they can get all for today only for $7. And then I let them know like in one paragraph what this is. Then I'm going to say, plus you also get free bonus number 1. Then you get the ultimate unfair advantage, the total value. Then I describe it. Then you can get it for free. Plus you also get free bonus number 2. Plus you also get free bonus number 3. Plus you also get free bonus number 4. And then I go into saying like, what else can you buy for $7? You can get a 1,600 calorie Big Mac value meal at McDonald's for $7, or you can get this blueprint, blah, blah, blah. Then I say, what's the catch? What's the guarantee? You must act fast. Here's what to do next. And then the order form. So that's going to be my sales page that I'm going to be doing for this. Okay. So that I see someone, Daryl says, where can I find a graphic like that? So this is where my 22 years of experience and complete addiction to graphic design comes in handy, because I actually did all this in Photoshop because I'm a nerd when it comes to this kind of stuff. So I do all my own graphics, but if you want to get your own graphics made, there's a lot of different ways you can go about doing this. Russell even mentioned today, which I do recommend. You could go to Fiverr and type in like e-cover design in Fiverr, and you can have people make these kind of graphics for you for like $5 and $10. That's going to be your cheapest route to go, is just to find someone on Fiverr that can make this for you and then have them make you a really cool kind of graphic. So you can see like there's actually graphics that look better than the graphic I made. And I could probably have gotten it for $10. But again, I'm a nerd and I like to make my own stuff. So I do my own stuff, but you could just go on Fiverr and get it. Another place you can go is called placeit.net. The reason why this is, I wouldn't recommend this first, is because the pricing on this is $14.95 a month. So it's actually more expensive to use placeit.net than it would be to just go and get some graphics made on Fiverr. But placeit.net has the same thing. You could actually come here and do, you go to mockups, and then where is it? You could do like iMacs, iPads, MacBooks. You can do, there's books somewhere, like just book mockups. There's a whole bunch of things. But if you do like iMacs, you can see you could actually, you have to design an image yourself first, but then you just upload your image and then it kind of puts it in this cool little graphic. So you could do a lot of really nice things and look really fancy. And then, but the $14.95 a month for Placeit, you have unlimited access to all this stuff. So you can make as many graphics as you want. Whereas Fiverr is kind of more of a one-off thing. So totally up to you. Those are the two big ways that I recommend to get your own graphics. So Daryl, let me know if that was helpful. Daryl says, I have a Placeit account. Well, there you go. You can just do all your graphics on Placeit. And to give you a better understanding of like where it says upload your image here, and it's like, for instance, this image is 1920 by 1080. If you want to, which I have a Placeit account also, but I don't use Placeit like I should, because again, I'm a nerd, so I use Photoshop because I like the more long way of doing things. But if I wanted to do this, I need to like first make an image that's 1920 by 1080, upload the image here on Placeit, and then it just drops it into this image. But you need to have something else to create the 1920 by 1080 image. What I recommend for that, and this is free, is Canva. So you could just go to canva.com, and canva.com gives you the ability to, you would just create design, custom image, 1920 by 1080, create new design. And then this is the exact size dimension that you would need to upload here on Placeit to make this cool looking image. So you could just play around on Canva, and then luckily they have tons of templates where you could do all kinds of really cool things and, kind of make your own fancy course. Like this right here, the art exhibit. Let's say I would call this Brand Ambassador Blueprint, by Alphapreneur. So then let's say there's that. Here, let me just show you. So I'll just hit download, because again, I'm a nerd with this kind of stuff, and this might be helpful to some people who's never seen this before. So I just downloaded this image. I just made this in like two clicks. And now in Placeit, here, I gotta log in. So let me just go log in really quick. All right. Wasn't planning on sharing this, but this is why it's great to show up live, because you can ask me questions. And if I feel like nerding out on you, we'll nerd out. So I'll do upload device. So I'm logged in right now. Here's that image I just downloaded from Canva. I'm going to upload it. I'm going to say, yep, that looks good. And there you go. So then here, I would just download this image. And then when I download the image, the watermark is gone. And then now I've got a fancy image. Uh, Daryl says, I had no idea Placeit did that. That's not what I used it for. Thanks. Thanks, Chris. Just open my eyes. Yeah, Placeit is crazy, the things that you can do. They also have what they call video mock-ups, which are, it's something new that they did. If you move over to videos, this is where you could do promo videos and all kinds of crazy stuff, where instead of just the standard fixed graphic, you can actually have like promo videos where there might be some of like someone sitting at a computer at their office typing, and then like what they're looking at on their computer could be like the graphic you uploaded from Canva. So a lot of really cool stuff. So I'm not going to get all into that because I could spend hours doing this because I am a nerd when it comes to this stuff. Oh, sorry. Sue says my computer crashed. Missed the last 10 minutes. I think last 10 minutes was probably the coolest. But so you can just go back and watch the recording. Sue, that's no problem. It'll be in Alphapreneur. Yeah. So anyway, hopefully that was helpful. Let me know if for everyone else it's like here live and just watching, if that was helpful. Just say helpful in the live chat so I know, because I see the live chat's pretty quiet. So probably a lot of you are going over and like to Placeit. You're probably messing around with it right now. So it's just good to know. And that's why I like doing these kind of trainings live, so I can get like live feedback on how all the stuff is going. All right. So that was a little bit of a detour there. But that is kind of where we're at with things. So I saw there's another question. Sven says, is your recommendation to have an opt-in page before your funnel? Not initially. If you're just getting started, just do exactly what is being taught in the One Funnel Way challenge. The only reason I'm putting an opt-in page before, because I'm doing something a little more advanced where like I'm collecting their email, but then I'm also doing a lot of email follow-up, which is it's just one extra step that I don't wish upon anyone that is just getting started, because it's a lot of extra work. But no, you don't need to have an email collection before the sales page. Just about everyone that's super successful on ClickFunnels that build out these kind of funnels don't have an email collection page before their sales page. I just do, because I think I'm pretty good at email, and it's just I like to have someone's email address so I can kind of follow up with them. All right, so Gary says helpful. Jamie says Placeit's worth $15 a month. Cool. Daryl helpful. Sven helpful. Jamie helpful. Stone Vet very helpful. I like the detours. Good. I'm glad, because sometimes the detours are. I'm always nervous when I get in the detours, because I really really respect all of your time for taking the time out of your day to be here, especially for those of you that are here every day that I'm doing this. So really really do appreciate it that you all like it. Yeah, money is definitely in the follow-up if you know how to follow up. So, all right. So that is, that's what I'm going to be selling for $7. And then the order bump, and this is actually set in stone as well, is going to be my secret resources. So these are going to be like resources that they can add to their, this is like, okay, you just got the blueprint and all those bonuses. Would you like some secret resources? So the secret resources, just to show you, is on my sales page. It's going to be this order bump. Give me the secret resources too. One-time offer, only $47. And it's going to say, want my private collection of secret resources that made me millions of dollars as a brand ambassador. It took 15 years to find. Click yes to add this to your order now for only $47. A special offer is not available at any other time or place. And it's not going to be. So I thought that was pretty cool. So those are my secret resources. Then my one-time offer, the first one-time offer that OTO number one, as Russell calls it, is going to be what I'm calling, and this is set in stone as well, so is going to be $297, and it's one time, and it's called the Brand Ambassador Masterclass. So for this, it's going to be, so in the blueprint, I'm going to go through 7 steps to being a brand ambassador, and then I'm pretty much just going to like explain the 7 steps and like just kind of touch on the 7 steps. But then if they want to actually see me go through each of the steps individually, then that's the masterclass. Now the brand ambassador blueprint, I'm going to deliver in the format of one single video. The brand ambassador masterclass is going to be an individual video for each of the steps. So there's 7 steps. There's going to be 7 videos. Then I'm going to offer bonuses with this one-time offer. And the bonuses is going to be a Power Post template, an ultimate ad template, my process workflow template, and money making email template, or money making I need to change that. I don't like it because it was going to be templates, plural, but I changed it to template, just one. So I need to actually come up with a new name for that. But that's going to be my core one-time. That's my first one-time offer. So now what I need to do is actually build out like how I built the page out for, and this is just me going through my workflow with all of you, so you kind of know how I do things. So I'm going to take the layout that I did here for the sales page, and I'm going to make a very similar layout for the one-time offer. So the one-time offer page is going to look very identical to the page they were just on, because I want it to have, I want it to seem very like they didn't go somewhere completely different. I don't want to confuse them. I want them to just feel like they're naturally progressed to the next level, which is going to be this. And then so this whole like look you see here where it says Brand Ambassador Blueprint, I'm going to design another graphic and it's going to say Brand Ambassador Masterclass, and I'm going to have the total value of the masterclass, but today only $297. And then I'm going to talk about you're also going to get, and then I'm going to go into the bonuses. But how I have where it says free bonus number 1, free bonus number 2, free bonus number 3, I'm actually going to create these graphics for each of the modules as well. So because since it's $297, I need to do a little more selling and really explain like the value of each of the modules. And so I'll have the graphics for the modules and then these graphics for the bonuses, so it looks congruent with the page they just came off of for $7. So that's something that I notice Russell doesn't do, and then other people don't do, which I don't know. I just like to keep things congruent. But again, I'm a nerd when it comes to design, and I like things to all look alike. So that's why I'm going to do what I do. All right. So that is going to be my one-time offer number 1. Now, one-time offer number 2, this may or may not change. I don't know. But for now, what I've come up with is what I'm going to call a VIP club. And this will be $97 a month, or with a 14-day free trial. Or you can skip the trial and save 62% and pay $897 a year. So my first one, so they came in at an offer at $7. My order bump is $47. My first one-time offer is $297. And then my second one-time offer is going to be either $97 a month or skip the trial and then save 62% and be $897 a year. And then with the VIP club, this is where things are going to be done for them. So I'm not going to have the time to create all this stuff myself. So I'm going to have to hire a designer and just give them some direction on what I need them to make. But I'm basically going to give them like these graph design packs where everything is like template type files, where they're going to have 100 quote posts, Twitter posts, Facebook posts, Instagram posts, and Pinterest posts. And those are going to be templates that I'm actually probably going to, I might see if we can make them in Canva and then just have a way where they can import them into their Canva account. I'll have to come up with this. So this I still got to figure out, but it's going to be done for you post that'll work in any industry, which is going to be a lot of fun. And then the bizarre holiday hacks is like just a fun bonus. I'm not even going to talk about it now, but it's going to be a fun bonus I'm going to add. I'm going to have a brand of the month file. So I'm going to showcase every month a new brand that brand ambassadors could promote. And then I'm going to actually prepare like a whole bunch of social media posts and videos and all kinds of stuff to promote that brand, and then just give it to everybody that's in the VIP club every month. And they can go as a member, you can see past months as well. And then also I'm going to do every month a What's Working Now webinar where I just go live, kind of like I'm doing now, but it's going to be only for the VIP club and just talk about like what's working now with marketing and all that kind of stuff, and give people that's in the VIP club like a lot of cool tips and ideas and things that they could do to be a better brand ambassador. So anyway, that's kind of this will be my one-time offer number 2, and that's that's kind of beyond the scope of what today was all about. But again, I just like to kind of show what's going on. Now, thank you, Sue. Sue says your funnel page looks great. Appreciate it. Sven says, do you think we should go for a subscription on our one-time offers? Again, not to start. I don't recommend doing it on your first funnel if you've never done a funnel before, because it can be a pain in the ass, to be completely honest. Just with just a pain in the ass with like memberships and people canceling. Like you need like a support team and all this stuff to be able to handle all that. I wouldn't recommend it out of the gate. Just have like just follow what's going in the One Funnel Away challenge. I'm tweaking it a little bit to my liking, but that's just me being transparent and showing you why I'm tweaking it. And also why I'm tweaking is because I always have membership stuff in my businesses. Like I've started doing membership based offers like in 2005 and totally changed the game for me. So I always think in terms of memberships when I create stuff. So that's just me. I don't recommend it out of the gate if you've never done it. Sue says, in Place It, what do you search for to pull up your product, to pull up your product collections? You just go to mockups and then you just try to find a mockup that is like a mockup you want to do. So like, do you want to do like what I was showing earlier was iMacs, to where it looks like your product is like mocked up on an iMac. Collections, like what you saw, what I did with the brand ambassador training, that's all custom that I did in Photoshop because I'm a nerd and I like to do my own custom stuff in Photoshop. I don't think Place It, unless it's like hidden somewhere that I just can't, I don't know where it would be. I don't think they have like the product collection like you saw that I'm doing. They might not offer that in Place It, but if you want a product collection for $5, you can go to Fiverr and then find someone that is doing a product collection and say, I need a product collection. Give them maybe like your color palettes. Like I want it to be like this color blue and maybe this color green. And then here's the name, here's how many items I want in the product collection. Because the way this works on Fiverr is you could find someone that's like doing a product collection and then you could just look at their portfolio. Like you can see they did this product collection called Social Media Domination. They did this product collection called Your E-commerce Store. They did this product collection called Eating Healthy. So find a designer that you like. And if not just you, Sue, but anyone, if anyone's watching this and isn't like a design, you're not design savvy, like it's hard for you to come up with colors and where you're going to get the images that you're going to put on the collection. Just save yourself the time, spend $5, find a good designer on Fiverr, and then like reach out. Let's say you like the look and the layout of this, where there's like a laptop and there's some CDs and there's some books and there's some magazines here laying in the front. Reach out to this person, or buy it for $5, buy a collection for $5. Reach out to them and say, in your portfolio, I liked the layout of what you did with your e-commerce store. I have something called whatever, your Pinterest program, or I don't know, whatever you want to call it. And then just basically tell them like the collection you liked in their portfolio and you want them to make a similar image, and they will. And they'll do it in like less than 24 hours. So that's what I would do. If you're not like a design nerd like I am, and you don't want to go try to piece it all together, because even though like with Place It, you can do like cool mockups and stuff, you still have to go to Canva. Like you can have cool looking mockups, but you still have to go to Canva and create the images that's going to be in the mockup. So if you don't have that design talent, then you just go find someone for $5 and have it done for you. Yeah, that's all you have to do. So was that helpful, everybody? That was everything I had for today to cover, because let me just go back and tell, the one pager. I didn't do that. So I always like to look at the one pager with all of you to show you just kind of my thoughts on the one pager of the day. So the video here is pretty much a video that's very similar to what Russell just talked about live today. So not a lot of new stuff in the video, but I recommend watching it. If you're in the challenge, you might as well watch it anyway, right? And then as far as the little graphic he did here, this is pretty much my notes that I wrote out in bullet form, but he did it in a visual form that's very shorthanded. So again, you're confirming their initial. This is, by the way, a graphic of like what your outline should be for your one-time offer, for your first one-time offer script. So you confirm their initial decision. You let them know like it was a smart decision. Why was it smart? Tell them. Then ask them a question. You know, for the next, would they like you to do this with them instead of them doing it by themselves? Get them to nod like, yeah, of course. Then you say, okay, I got this exclusive thing. It's normally this much, but I'll give it to you for this much. Let them know, you know, it's basically it's going to be a faster way for them to get the results that they want. Tell them, like, showcase one really big thing that they're going to learn or they're going to get if they say yes to this offer. do some future pacing, talk about what their life's going to be like in the future if they get this thing or when they get this thing. Then do a call to action. Just click the button below. Give them a guarantee. I like to do a 365-day guarantee. Do some value stacking. Let them know they're going to get this offer, but then also do a couple bonuses. The bonuses you offer that you do for the value stack, have them be bonuses that crush objections that they have. Then introduce scarcity. Second CTA is just reminding them, click the button below. You're going to get this, this, and this. Do a testimonial rush if you have testimonials. These things here are just like if you want to fill this stuff in, you can. Jim Edwards will actually show you how to create a one-time offer script. But guess what? You're going to need funnel scripts if you want to use his one-time offer script. You could do what I mentioned last week on Friday, where you could actually hit pause, play in his videos and kind of see how his script is designed. And you can kind of script hack his funnel script, if you, so to speak. So anyway, that's kind of like what the one pager today was all about. Magnus says that was a lot of help. Cool. So if you can all let me know in the live chat, for those of you that are here live, if you could just let me know on like a 1 to 10 rating, like how would you rate today's session in terms of like my value of what I delivered to you? Because again, this stuff like really helps me out because I'm going to keep doing this every day while we're going through this challenge, because it's holding me accountable that I'm like moving along in this challenge with all of you. And then there's a lot of things that Russell is not teaching in the challenge that I think is like really super important that you need to know. So that is where I'm kind of coming in and filling in the gap, so you can like even have more success with this challenge than you would have if you were just going through the challenge on your own without me doing this. Sue says, don't we get access to funnel scripts for free during the training? You do, but I don't know if you have access to like the one-time offer scripts and funnel scripts. I'm not personally using funnel scripts through the training, so I don't know you. But if you're going through the challenge, you can click on the funnel scripts links and let me know. Magnus says 10. Thank you, Magnus. Kat says 10. Sue says 10 plus. Thank you very much. 10. Sven, always a 10. This is so helpful. You're very, very welcome. Adil says 10 plus. You're very, thanks, Chris. Very helpful, mindful, and insightful. You're very welcome. Sue says, have you ever used the funnel resources Russell's recommended? Russell recommended? No, I personally haven't looked at the resources. He calls it the funnel Rolodex. These are pretty much like people that he says you could, here, let's take a look at these. Here's why. So no, I haven't, because like if you click on like where he calls the funnel Rolodex, there's Sue's question. If you click on the funnel Rolodex to go look at it, he's going to be like, oh, welcome to the funnel Rolodex. Here's some people that will help you with some things. By the way, do you want a premium e-cover design and a mock-up bundle? It's $145. Are you kidding me? Like, I'm not going to spend $145 for that if I can go to Fiverr and have the same thing done for $5. So no, I don't use Russell's resources because I don't know how these resources are decided upon. Like, are people paying to be in these resources or what? I don't know. I just find it much better just to go and get the stuff done on Fiverr. Super, super easy. Glenn says 10 plus. Thank you very much. Gary says one-time offer script is only in the full-blown version. I kind of figured it was. So, yeah. So yeah, I don't know. If you want to get the full-blown version, you don't have to write the script, but you could hit pause, play on Jim's videos and then kind of get the idea of what the script is. Alistair says 10 plus. So interesting to see this. You're awesome. Jamie. Sue says great input, Chris. Sven, would it be possible to have a copy course with you within Alphapreneur at a later time? Yeah, so check this out. So yes, Sven, absolutely. It's funny you even bring this up because I was just working on a spreadsheet a second ago. I just pulled it up because it's actually one of the 5 browser tabs that I had that I was working on before we went live today. So here's kind of the future of what I'm going to be doing with Alphapreneur. So this brand ambassador funnel that I'm building, where I'm leading with a blueprint, then there's going to be an order bump. There's going to be a masterclass for the first upsell. There's going to be a VPOT, I'm really bad. Mondays are the worst for me. I feel like I stumble so much over my words. There's going to be a VIP club, I'm calling it, for the brand ambassador program. So all of that is one funnel for the brand for teaching people how to be a brand ambassador. Now, once I'm done with this and it's dialed in, everything's converting well, my numbers are looking really good, I can run ads on Google for people looking for anything about how to be a brand ambassador. I can drive people to my funnel. I could spend $1 and make $2 and everything is dialed in. Then I'm going to take that funnel that I did for being a brand ambassador and do it for just about everything you could imagine about needing to be an entrepreneur. So I group really being an entrepreneur into 3 stages. You're starting, you're growing, and you're scaling. That's it. 3 stages. You're starting, you're growing, and you're scaling. When you're starting, there's a handful of things that you could do to get started as an entrepreneur. You could be a brand ambassador because you want to kind of get your toes wet with making money online, but you just don't know what to do or what to create or anything like that. So I recommend to everyone on planet Earth to start as a brand ambassador and try out a lot of different brands and just kind of get a feel for the internet just to see if it's even for you. So that's why I'm starting with the brand ambassador funnel and the course and all that and the blueprint and whatnot. However, once I'm done with that, the other things that you could do starting off as an entrepreneur, you could get into blogging, which I've done for a long time. So I could teach about blogging. Everyone really needs to know a lot about keyword research. So I could actually have a whole funnel all about just keyword research and really advanced like spy stuff, which like competitive intelligence. So this, instead of this being keyword research, this would be more competitive intelligence. Membership sites, which a lot of people know me for because I've been doing membership sites since 2005, made a bunch of money with them. So I could do a new updated offer and funnel and everything about membership sites. How to create an online course would be another one. Podcasting would be another one. Now I'm not going to do all these in this order. Once I get done with this brand ambassador one, I'm not going to do these anything else on the starting list for a while, because now what I want to do is I want to go down to grow, which has been kind of interesting. You mentioned copywriting because that was actually top of my list. So I would actually create like a blueprint and a masterclass and a VIP club for all of these things. So for copywriting, for email marketing, for people wanting to do Facebook ads, for people that want to create funnels, growth hacking, this is like probably my favorite on the list because it's really like obscure, bizarre, weird things you can do on the internet to get traffic. Instagram ads, LinkedIn ads, live streaming, Pinterest ads, core ads, referral marketing, SEO, TikTok, Twitter, YouTube. So anyway, this is just kind of a start. And then that is like my grow category. And then there's a scale category, which is like automation, outsourcing, autoresponders, email marketing, like that kind of stuff. So all the stuff you see on the spreadsheet, once I have this brand ambassador one dialed in, that I'm just going to like duplicate it until the spreadsheet is full. And I have a full blown funnel for every one of these things for entrepreneurs. Now, all of these things are all going to be branded under Alphapreneur because Alphapreneur is like my umbrella brand. So Alphapreneur, I want people, like anyone that's wanting to be an entrepreneur or is an entrepreneur, I want them to look at Alphapreneur as like Apple is to the tech industry. I want Alphapreneur to be to education for entrepreneurs. So they know if they buy or invest in any blueprint or masterclass or anything that is associated with Alphapreneur, they know the quality that they're going to get. So that's kind of the direction I'm headed with Alphapreneur. And I'm going to have the core community of Alphapreneur that I have right now where people can join is going to be kind of baked into the back end of everything. So that's kind of, that's where it's headed. So sorry that I went down that little rabbit hole, but I thought that would be, that'd be helpful, Sven. Cause yeah, so long story short, or long answer to, there should have been a short answer. Yes, there is going to be a copy course. Sid says, good value to help justify Alphapreneur. Awesome. Sue says, how much should I pay someone to write the script for my one-time offers? I would honestly not pay anyone to write it. I would do it yourself because only you, especially the industry that you're in, Sue, that I know of, that if you're still in the same industry, only you're the best person, you're the best fit to, especially going through this challenge and following everything that is going through a challenge. You should write the script yourself first so you can get the feel for it and then figure out if it's going to work or not. And if it works, then maybe look into hiring someone to make a better version of it. And what I would do is just, if you're in the challenge, go in the Facebook group for the challenge and be like, is anyone in here write scripts for one-time offers? And then you'll probably get a bunch of people that reach out to you. For a price, I don't know. I haven't hired anyone to write anything for me for a long time. Thank you, Sven. Sven says Alphapreneur is so good. That's why we're members at Alphapreneur. You don't need anything else. That's the thing. Yeah, that's the plan. So it's just to make it like the best place for entrepreneurs to go when they, want to either become an entrepreneur or continue to succeed and kind of level themselves up as an entrepreneur. So that's where I'm headed. And I mean, I'm just going to feel the waters out for doing this brand ambassador funnel and see how this funnel does, and kind of go from there. Cause I need to figure out how what I have Alphapreneur now is the core community, where that's going to be baked into these funnels. So, I got to figure out how to lace it all together, but I'll figure it out as I go. We're just not there yet. So anyway, thank you, by the way, for all the 10s and the ratings that came in earlier. I appreciate it. And so that concludes really today. We're kind of right at an hour, which is where I like to stay for these daily live streams. So I'm going to be back at the same time, same place tomorrow, 1 p.m. Central here on the YouTube channel. If you're watching the recording of this, you can make it to show up live. Come back to the YouTube channel and show up live. You'll see it kind of pop up. And if you're not yet subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure you hit subscribe, hit the little alert icon so you can get the bell notification whenever I do go live. YouTube will let you know that I'm going live so you don't miss out. If you're not yet subscribed to Alphapreneur and the emails, because I also send out an email to let everyone know about when I go live, just go to alphapreneur.com, put in your email here. You will get an email from me before I go live to let you know that I'm going live. So that way you don't miss out there. And yeah, that's everything we have for today. So again, thank you all so much for being here. And I'm going to be here same time, same place tomorrow. So if I didn't answer your question today, make sure you come back tomorrow and ask it then, and I'll be sure to help you out. Have a good day.